We are approaching a key level yet again here in quantum computing. 2166, that's going to be that 23.6 fib level. That is what we're looking at in here. 3 out of the past 4 weeks, we've basically been coming up and playing with that $21 handle in here. So about 4 weeks ago, you had 2091 of the high of the week in here. 3 weeks ago, 2174. And then this week, obviously, you're looking at 2094, which we placed today. Our fib levels in here are based off of this weekly chart. And you can see we have our 0% or 100% fib down here from that 34 cent level, and then the 0% up here at the 24, all coming from last year. So that's how these levels are calculated in here. And that's why that 2166 is meaningful to us. And as you can see on the chart, we just had trouble so far breaching it fully and then actually holding that. If we go to the daily chart in here, you can see exactly where your volatility has been. And you can see that we're climbing up here and we're riding this 9-day EMA. So currently, we're basically sitting right on it in here, opened up on it today, ran away from it. So we have a short day tomorrow. Everything's closing early. So about 1 p.m., everything will be, or the markets will be closing in here. So we're going to see if we just stay flat in here for a couple hours tomorrow, or we're going to pull back a little bit and then everybody just kind of take some profits in here, cool off a little bit, and then see what happens after the holidays. That's going to be waiting to be seen in here. But 9-day EMA on the daily chart, 1845. That's going to be a good support for us. Below that, we're looking at 1758. Resistance wise, obviously that 2166, and anything above that, we're looking at nice whole numbers on the way up, 22, 23, because then that will, we're going to follow whole numbers up until the 27s. And then after that, we'll be at all-time highs. But until then, there's really not a whole lot of anything that's stopping us from getting to the $27 range, besides nice whole psych level numbers, and people will just be taking profit on the way up. So again, on the daily chart here, you can see exactly where your volatility was. RSI in here is getting ready to be overbought. We got some volume in here. We'll see how tomorrow shakes things out in here. It's a short day, so we have to figure out what is going to happen overall with the market, and then let alone how's that going to relate here in quantum computing. If we look at the RSI and volume here on the weekly chart, you can see obviously the weekly volume has faded. That's because we do have a short week that we're in right now. So obviously that's going to be way lower. But next week, hopefully we get some better volume coming in to match these past weeks in here. And then the RSI is overbought. Is that going to spook traders out on the weekly chart? Not really sure. If we get enough volume here to push us and then hold us above that 2166 level, then we will, we're not really going to worry about that. But then again, if we have the volume still light in here, still having a hard time with the 21s, can't really seem to breach it or break it and hold, then obviously it looks like that the RSI will eventually be reset, and then we might be visiting that 18 or even that 1758 handle again. So we'll see what happens in here going forward for quantum computing. Again, we have a short day tomorrow, so we have to figure out how is that going to affect everything in here going forward. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.